Remember ISIS, the terror group that cut off the heads of mostly Christians and young girls who refused to be sex slaves on television, distributed those videos all around the world, cut off heads, drowned them, burned them alive, and then sent out the videos. They were named a terror group by everybody in the world, except a school in New Jersey that apologized for calling them a terror group because it offended a Muslim group. Could we get any more woke? There's a school in New Jersey that has done something that I find completely unbelievable. You know, I know, the world knows that ISIS is a ferocious terror group. We saw the videos of them executing random Americans, Christians, women who refused to be sex slaves and sold at the slave market. They lined them up in orange jumpsuits and cut off their heads on YouTube. It was
this
seen
the same
around
group.
the world.
Yeah, it's the same group that put innocent people in cages and submerge them in the water too, correct?
Yeah, or put them in cages and poured gasoline on them and burned them alive on video. That is ISIS. It is the most horrific terror group, well, since Nazi Germany. And they were big numbers. If you remember, when Trump came to office, he said, we're going to wipe them out. And he mostly did. Unfortunately, he didn't stay in office, and ISIS is now springing back.
Yeah. I mean, Obama had to bring back his private military.
Check this out. There's a school in New Jersey where the teacher said that ISIS is a terror group, which the UN considers them a terror group. The United States does. The EU does. The whole world does. Nobody defends ISIS.
Right. No argument.
Except there's a group called Muslim Teach, and they launched a harassment campaign against the school and the principal. The principal, Heather Weinstein, apologized and said that calling them a terror group violated diversity rules, and said many Muslims believe in the use of terrorism in the furtherance of Islam, and said that it offended those people. So she's not allowing that in the school anymore. She said, we apologize for the incident and understand the impact and deep concern. We value our partnership and open dialogue as we work to meet our commitment to ensure an inclusive learning commitment in the future. As always, thank you for your support. Regards. And then it's signed Heather Weinstein, the principal. So
she backed off and apologized for telling the truth.
Backed off and apologized for telling the truth. In fact, it is so true. It is not disputed by any government in the world. These people are slaughtering by the thousands, and they videotape it. And the crime that they're slaughtering for is being a Christian. I don't think they've caught any Jews because they rounded people up in Syria and Afghanistan, Iraq, and Iran, where there really aren't any. And the Yazidi girls that they capture and sell as slaves, if the girl doesn't submit to being gang raped, they execute them in the cages like you talked about. And for that, they were declared terror organizations, and nobody disputes it except Muslim Teach. And this school apologized for telling the truth. Could we get any more insane when it comes to not offending anybody about anything?
I'm so sick and tired of people caving in to a lie and not sticking with the truth. We already know that ISIS has been a terrorist group, a domestic terrorist group, an international terrorist group for many, many years. It's no secret. I mean, they just caught two ISIS members here recently? 4, right?
Oh, you mean at the border? And they said they were coming to blow up stuff.
Yeah, and then actually they came into the border. Marcus said, don't keep anyone, don't apprehend anybody, let them go into the population. And then they go into the population, and then they're plotting to blow up stuff. And then they say, okay, well now I think just maybe he wanted to release them to the population so it can make it look like we're doing our jobs, we're stopping ISIS. But they already had them at the border, right? And they knew ISIS, they are a terrorist organization. When you have teachers, when you have police officers, when you have doctors, when you have scientists ignoring reality, and they're teaching the children to ignore reality, these are terrorists. It's the same thing when they're trying to convince you that a man can get pregnant. He is now a woman. They're trying to force people to ignore the truth, believe the lie. ISIS showed up on the border here in the United States of America. They should have been detained, put in Guantanamo Bay, or even possibly executed. I hate to be that way, but terrorist organizations like ISIS, they have no business operating anywhere on the planet. These are monsters. These are animals. They're no different than MS-13. That's why I believe that MS-13 is working with ISIS. It would not surprise me, because you're talking about animals, filthy animals, monsters, demonic demons coming together for their own purpose to destroy.
You are never going to get a job teaching school in New Jersey with an attitude like that, young man. I'm telling you right now, you're out of here.